Sagittarius, hello and welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. I'm back from Arizona as of early this morning as the sun was rising. We have a lot of energy on the planet, so I've been feeling these energetics with very little sleep. I'm doing your sign next. I did Gemini just before you, and because you are the sign of Gemini's polarity, each of you will reflect to the other sign for the answers that you seek, or the completion of certain energies. So we definitely have a lot of energy on the table to work with right now. With the new moon in Gemini, we just went through that cycle, so that energy is very much in play. Saturn has just stationed retrograde in Pisces, another big energetic shift. What else? We have the solstice coming up in just 2 more days. Our lunar nodes, north and south node of the moon, are getting ready to shift into their next duality for past and future energy. So we're really working through some massive changes and transformations. So with all of that said, I did just do a collective reading on a lot of the energy, so check that out if you get a chance. It may help you put some pieces of the puzzle together for yourself as well, although energetically that's happening for us regardless. Neptune is still working towards going retrograde, so there still is a little bit of illusion and brain fog to work through, but for the most part we are really facing the duality of ourselves internally and getting a good dose of what we need to let go of, basically. So while I was out in Sedona, Arizona, I bought a new deck, and typically when I am looking at decks, they speak to me, and this deck certainly has spoken to me, the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. So we are going to start your reading off with these cards. This message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Sagittarius. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you, leave the rest. Check with your Moon, your Rising, or any of the other zodiacs that speak to you, as we do have all 12 zodiac archetypes working for us and through us. So, Sagittarius, get right into it. Oh, and also I am open again for personal readings. If you want a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can book that through my website, which is bethechange333.com. The information is in the description box below this message, the video, as well as my other social media. I did post on Facebook the other day the Schumann resonance chart, which has gone completely haywire and has spiked to a whopping 190 hertz, still holding that energy as of for at least 2 days now, I believe. Not really sure what caused that. Like I said, we have so much energy. We've had solar flares, we've had a bunch of earthquakes as well just in the last 2 days. One in Mexico yesterday. What else? Again, check out the collective reading. There's a lot more there. So we're going to start off with your sign, Sagittarius. What are the messages for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Sagittarius? And as the polarity of Gemini, we look to Gemini for how we communicate, as well as our thinking. I think we're having some reflection. Saturn in retrograde. Saturn in Pisces is a little dualistic in itself, in a way. Pisces is the energy of fluidity, spirituality, flowing, freedom. And Saturn is the energy of discipline and responsibility. We're talking universal laws, not man-made laws, of course. So where have we been following our responsibilities of ourselves, our responsibilities of taking care of ourselves on the planet and whatever else things, where have we planted those seeds? And are we finding ourselves boxed in and trapped again? Or are we finding ourselves fluid and flowing and happy, satisfied? A lot of people are not. They're realizing that they're still trapped in some form of fear, some form of belief system. So what do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, first card out. Truth. And we are suddenly faced with our truth, our deep inner truth, our deep inner knowing, our innate inner knowing, as well as the truth of a situation that maybe because the illusions are fading, and we're faced with the truth of situations right now. A lot of things are turning, changing, transforming, and we're getting a lot of reality checks and wake-up calls with this energy right now. So truth, standing in your truth, duality. And there you have it. The cards are just reiterating what's coming out of my mouth, the truth of the duality within the self, the Jekyll and Hyde of the self, the black and white thinking. As well as duality outside of ourselves. But we're staying within the realm of you, Sagittarius. So, okay. Transformation. And at the bottom, we have creativity. See those Three of Cups? The Trinity. How we create, co-create with source energy, with spirit, with the universe, right? So definitely a metamorphosis time, going through a great change and transformation in our lives, facing the duality of ourselves. And, you know, Saturn again, karma is a big play here, as well as father time, how we perceive time, and just the truth, the innate, primal, instinctual truth that we all hold. Okay. Hope that you are all doing well. This energy is intense. I'm finding myself enjoying it, but I'm also swimming from, I was very blessed to be given the opportunity to be in Sedona, Arizona, which is a giant energetic portal, one of them in the world, to soak up those energies and really go through my own transformation energetically, while we are collectively coming out of the cocoon and realizing that we, you know, it's all linked to choices and decisions. Everything is always a choice. Choosing the familiar, which is linked to fear, or choosing love, freedom. Let's see what comes through for you, Sag. Let's start with truth. Loneliness. The truth as to why maybe you have felt alone on your journey here. Let me feel, and it says, I know I'm never alone. Maybe it was the way you were perceiving yourself and others that made you feel isolated and alone. As well as certain lessons that needed to be learned while we are journeying through our individual healing process. But I feel like, Sagittarius, you are reconnecting with people at this time. We're going to keep going. Being transparent, being vulnerable, and being truthful to who you truly are is now important more than ever. No longer feeling like an imposter or playing a part or a character in someone else's play. Death. We're transforming the duality within us into one whole. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So something had ended. Something had ended that was very dualistic for you. This could be a relationship because of loneliness here. Your relationship seeming one way and then turning around and being completely the opposite. But that is showing deep within you that you are playing both sides of yourself and finding the truth of who you truly are in between the duality of yourself. We have worry at the bottom, along with creativity. Overall, there's something that you have been worried about. Yeah, love. Well, Sagittarius. So you're getting a good dose of what it means to truly love yourself. Because if you don't truly love yourself and honor yourself, honor your body, mind, spirit in this journey, your relationships to others are not going to honor that either. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And this is what is transforming within you. The duality within you. So when someone acts a certain way, typically we tend to judge that person, like pull back. I don't, want to participate, and certainly don't participate in an energetic exchange if someone is just acting a fool. But maybe understanding what they're reflecting or showing you within you, or just taking the time to understand that they're going through their transformation too. And so I'm not going to judge. I'm going to send you love from afar and allow you to continue your healing journey as well. I'm learning that worry does not change an outcome. So, and forgiveness below that, adversity below that. So there had been something, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. I'm picking up a relationship for a good chunk of you, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be family, this could be work, this could be friends, somebody important that had an impact on you, that changed something within you. And maybe there had been some worry, like I'm just always going to be alone. This happens all the time. Well, it happens all the time because it's your lesson. Your lesson of understanding where we give ourselves away, when we're not being truthful to ourselves, we're not living in our truth, we're not speaking our truth. Creativity is definitely linked to our sexual energy and our sacral chakra. A time to give rather than take. So whomever you're dealing with, Sag, or whatever you're dealing with, I feel like you're starting to get an understanding of this person or these people are going through their transformation and healing as well, and rising above the duality of it all, and having compassion and understanding for everyone else's journey as well is so important, so that we don't take things at face value and then carry them with us as though I'm not good enough, I did something wrong. Commit the practice of seeing the good in all things is really important, especially at this stage of the game. The truth of your loneliness. Have you been transparent? Have you been truthful to others and to yourself? Or have people been reflecting to you what you've given away, or what's been taken away from you, or what you're judging in the moment, or how you're judging yourself and others? It's a chance to step back and really reflect. Saturn in Pisces in retrograde. Now we're reviewing. As I was saying, Pisces is the energy of fluidity and freedom, and Saturn being more restrictive, there's that push-pull energy there. But now reflecting back, where have we placed ourselves energetically and physically when it comes to our responsibility to ourselves and to our health, our well-being, our work, everything that we do in the world, how we relate to each other. We're getting a good review on maybe my perspective was off and I placed myself again in a container, in a box somewhere because of my past experiences and history, and judging a situation one way. Illusions are being lifted. We're starting to really see the truth of situations and people and ourselves now. There's a big dissolving of this delusional energy that's been playing out for quite some time. Stand your ground with base chakra. I feel like there had been a lot of times in your life where there was a fear, and a deep innate fear of safety and security for being your true fantastic self. And this card is saying no more. It's time to stand your ground as to who you truly are as a co-creator of the universe here on the ground floor of Earth School. This deep innate truth may also be lending a helping hand as far as grounding you, making you feel more grounded in reality. This is a lot of reality checks. Yeah, I guess you could say just reality is changing for everybody. I don't know why my mind just blanked out. Okay, patience and planning. Through the death process, through the ending of a cycle, of a situation, understanding that when one door shuts, we've got to shut the door though. We can't keep that door like cracked open a little bit. Otherwise, another door is not going to open, another experience, another energetic experience. So be patient with that process. Start to let go of what is no longer feeling right, feeling good. And this could even just be an opinion or a judgment on a situation that you've been involved in, or a person, or an experience. And really opening up the imagination to infinite possibilities of what this could be. What would feel better for you in this duality? That is co-creation at its finest. When we can transmute a negative and turn it into something positive for ourselves and for others. Hope. And definitely hold on to hope. Do not lose hope. Discontent and boredom. So these are things you already are aware of, Sagittarius. I feel like just maybe certain conversations are coming back up for review because there's more in there than what you got out of it at first. And you're like, oh, I now understand why that was said. It wasn't said to attack me. It was said because this person is going through something or hurting or whatever. So commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Hold that hope, that light. Hold that line as we're going through this big transformation. I'm getting with discontent and boredom and patience and power below that Maybe you've been sort of waiting for a sign, or waiting for something to show you or prove to you that, because our psychic senses are at an all-time high, and so we can read between the lines and see, but then it's nice to have validation or clarification as to how we want to see this in a positive. And even though maybe you are already, things are sort of stagnant in a like a void type of period. But be patient through that, Sagittarius. Things are shifting and changing. We're in such a big cycle shift right now. It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So wait for it. It is coming. All right. Let me get a little bit deeper into the truth for Sagittarius, please. Yeah, getting a lot more out of, I'm hearing conversations and just perceptions of conversations, of the duality in these conversations. Sometimes when things don't make sense, that's a good indicator that Neptune is involved there, and Pluto. There's more than meets the eye. There's more for you to pick up. So we repeat in our minds, in our dreams, and everything, something that was like way off base and threw us for a loop, but getting a lot more out of it at this point. Trust that. Trust your intuition and what's coming up for you. Tell me more about this truth, loneliness. Princess of Swords, yeah, gaining much more clarity. You see the hawk? That's a bird's eye view. You may be seeing hawks a lot, and they're trying to get your attention. These are your spirit guides, your spirit team, saying, rise above it, rise above it. There is more to see than what you're seeing down here on the ground floor, okay? Clarity, sharp mind, Gemini, your duality, the communication as well. So this is really just clarifying exactly what I just said here. Stand your ground, Sagittarius, in the positive. All right. Okay. Oh, the duality. Yes, there's been some loss and confusion. The moon, 5 of Pentacles, judgment. Big wake-up call, though. Big wake-up call. You may have been repeating a pattern from your past. You weren't even fully aware of it until you rise above it and see it from a higher perspective. And you're like, oh, I was doing that thing again. I was not honoring myself, my truth. Princess of Cups in reverse is telling me that it sort of rocked your world emotionally, where at one point you were feeling all the love and all the beauty in maybe a relationship, in a situation. It felt really good, and then when the duality set in, your heart just sunk, and it's like, wow, that happened. Don't let the moon fool you, okay? This is illusion, fantasy, things that we can't always see. Pisces energy, the duality within. But the moon, especially this new moon in Gemini we just had, is highlighting the duality within us, as I was saying, and showing you with the Judgment card how you were repeating. You were repeating a pattern. And you're understanding that now. So get out of the energy of loss and being left behind, because that in its own is illusion. Yes, it may seem that way on the ground floor again, but there's way more to it than what meets the eye. Be patient. There's so many cards here that are saying to be patient with this situation, as we are all going through a massive transformation right now. Okay. The world. Completion of a major, massive karmic cycle. So it's important to integrate all of the wisdom, everything that we have learned. the Hierophant, all that we have learned and what we are still learning and seeing, the ability to see more than meets the eye. This is also Chiron energy, tapping in on our core wounds, our deep core childhood wounds, patterns that develop from that, different parts that come into play. Nine of Swords in reverse and the Three of Swords. So we are transforming out. You're actually getting to see, this was painful. This situation really hurt your heart. And maybe there was a lot of gaslighting, a lot of things that went into the mind and started messing with your mind. Maybe somebody was projecting things at you and trying to stir up some trouble within your mind. Maybe in the past you would have absorbed that. Maybe you had absorbed it, and in reverse. In reverse, I'm actually picking up this time that yes, it was painful and it hurt a lot, but Sag, this is true Sag energy. I see the lesson in this. I see what the universe is showing me through this. And suddenly, you no longer have to believe any of the stories or the heartache and pain, because it is not at all what it seems like. And you're starting to really have a deep understanding of that. So let's get some advice for you, Sagittarius. And as I shuffle the cards, if you like this video, please, as an energetic exchange, please click that thumbs up like button for me if you're liking the video so far. It does help with the universal algorithms, the YouTube algorithms. And comment. Feel free to comment. I love to read all of your comments. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I am grateful for all of you who do take the time to do all of these things. I really, truly enjoy doing these readings for everybody. Okay, advice for Sagittarius. Thank you. A deep breath. And I feel like you've been given the time and space right now to kind of take a deep breath. And let's reflect a little bit deeper as to what all of this means for me. What am I meant to learn from this, okay? Let's see what it says in the book. Fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from the position of fear. If you also see red flags, you might be headed toward genuine danger, perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protect yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. If, on the other hand, fear surrounds the idea of taking a risk, be mindful. Radical trust and accepting the discomfort of the new is called for as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage to take a leap into the unknown and know that all will be well. But know that all will be well doesn't mean all you have come to expect. Stories from the past may be molding your expectations right now and causing fear based on anticipated hurt. That's what you're worried about, I feel like. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful and engaging with it should be avoided. How about loving that side of you that is afraid, acting out, and causing all this unnecessary commotion? You will never be happy if this small part of you controls your life, as it will if you allow it. However, remember to be gentle with yourself and others. Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. Today, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed when you do. Wow. That is a beautiful message for us all. So I hope that this was helpful for you, Sagittarius. and sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.